If we want to be liberated, if we want to be a sovereign country again, we need to get rid of this institution that became very multilateral and very political instead of economical, how it started.
But why not be inside? Why not try and reform or make change along with the other member nations? I mean, you're going to have to do business with them anyway, in some way, shape or form, in a globalized world.
If I want to, as a person, or you want to decide in your home who to have as a guest and when the guest should leave, you are independent to do that. We are not able to do that anymore.
So you're talking about immigration?
I'm talking about immigration. You know, I mean, and I believe that every democracy needs a nation state. Needs a nation state, a country of its own, where people around their own flag can rally and have their own identity. You know, a nation state is exactly what the European Union wants to get rid of.
But, you know, coming here to meet you, even the past couple of hours, as I walk the streets in The Hague, you're not going to be able to turn back the tide of immigration. It is part of the Netherlands now. I mean, it's part of its identity.
I'm not saying that I want to build a wall around the Netherlands, but at least we should be able to decide ourselves from which countries we want immigrants and from which countries we don't want immigrants. It's impossible to do that today without the consent of Brussels.
Say you became Prime Minister, would you cater to your Muslim constituency?
The first thing I would do is not only leave the Netherlands, leave the European Union, but also stop the immigration from Islamic countries, which doesn't mean that the Muslims that are in Holland today should leave. Everybody who is already in my country today and everybody who adheres and confirms its behavior to our constitution, our law, our rule of law and our civil society is welcome to stay and equal as anybody else. But since my party believes, and millions of people who support us today, that Islam and freedom, Islam and democracy are incompatible, indeed, without saying that all Muslims are bad people, we would want to stop the immigration and the import of more people from Islamic countries. We would do that the same day.
Many would say that you use fear and blame for political gain.
No, it's not fair. Listen, if I would be some kind of fearmonger, believe me, we are still one of the most tolerant countries in Europe. My party would have a support of 0.2%. You will find people who hate our guts, but you will find probably more people who support us. We are a very popular party today, and we are not xenophobes or racist or bigots. We are nothing like that. We believe that we should be in charge of our own identity and of our own country again when it comes to Brussels. And when it comes to Islam, we have nothing against Muslims. We believe
it sounds
that Islam,
like you do if you say you don't want anybody from Islamic countries coming to your country. That
because
sounds
Islam,
like you're against Muslims.
No, Islam and democracy, Islam and freedom are totally incompatible.
But people don't even practice in the same way.
No, but look at every country in the world where the Islam is dominant.
You're going to the Republican convention.
Yes.
Why are you going?
I believe that Donald Trump, whatever you might think of him, is the first real leader, I hope, to be in the United States who dares to talk about the issue of immigration, about Islam, about national sovereignty. I think he's very brave to be able and willing to address the issue of the threat of Islam and the threat of more immigration. And to show that support, I'm very happy and proud to be present there in America.
Have you spoken to him?
Not yet, but I hope to speak to him during the convention.